Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are looking at Dixie on a daily time frame, and what I was trying to point out today on Dixie is we are still consolidating sideways. This is what we were expecting. As long as we didn't break back down to the low, we can make this tiny little bull flag and hope for continuation to the upside above this 102 level that we are finding resistance. What am I talking about? This little triangle right here is what I want us to hold as support moving forward and breaking out if possible. If worst case scenario, we get a breakdown today under this 101.80 level, which we've been consolidating above, I would like it not to close under 101 for the rest of this week. Why I'm saying that is because tomorrow is the end of the week, and if CME can close above that certain level, I would be considering us testing outside of this Bollinger Band on a weekly time frame, testing back in, and we will be playing out the reversion to the mean with this bullish divergence on Dixie into that 21 EMA that we've been waiting for a very long time and patient. Basically, we'll break this white line at 102 and then get to that 103.50, 103.30 level. And then we can consolidate again, probably get a push back to 102.80 and then continue further. So that's what I'm looking for on Dixie. Now, keep in mind that if we get this upward action on a weekly time frame on Dixie, that is going to be the exact inverse relation you will see on a weekly time frame on assets such as Bitcoin. So let me show you Bitcoin on a weekly time frame. There it is. So you can see that we were overbought on Bitcoin. Well, not overbought, but near overbought. And on Dixie, we were oversold coming off, and now we're coming off the top on Bitcoin. Well, we got this beautiful bearish engulfing weekly candle that we will see how it closes. If we don't lose this $28,300 level or $28,200 level, we don't have to panic and worry. We can look for a sideways consolidation right here at 28.1, 28.2000, and then next week we can continue back up to test the breakdown into 29,600. Now next week, if we do not close above 29,600, you can consider a rolling down effect to occur. We'll probably break down lower than 28.2 and then probably go test into this EMA over here at 26.5 due to the fact that Dixie is going to be continuing up, and then that is going to give us some downward pressure here. Now, same thing I did on Dixie, I would make a triangle right here, expanding out all the way here and making the base here, considering this as the support moving forward until broken and claimed by bears by closing a candle, I would say a higher time frame such as a daily, underneath 26,500, and then we can look for continuation into a deeper retrace such as 24 to 23K. Ideally, we don't want to see those levels, but a big head and shoulders is starting to form. And the way that this will get confirmed is if you break the 21 EMA and close it on a weekly time frame. I will go to a daily chart now just so we can go back to what we say. Okay. Here is the daily time frame. Okay, so the point I was trying to bring out here is that on the daily on Bitcoin, what we did was we came into the resistance of the block. I was trying to point out that this is where we were going to start resistance. We were trying to see if we were going to get to the high of 32.5, 36. We didn't get that. This is what we were looking for. But I want to show everything. Obviously, I was looking for an upward price action. Here's our inverse head and shoulder. We were following a trend line, which was continuing up, etc., etc., etc. I'm going to turn this off. That's not something that you need to concern yourself with. Right now, all we are doing is fighting this consolidation. If we hold this level, which we're at right now, about 28.5, it will be basically considered support, and then we can play out this continuation. But you must hold the level on this daily close today at about 28,000, let's say 500. Yeah, let's say 28,200. Sorry, 28,200. You must hold that level. If you lose that level, then we risk testing back into where we broke out of, and that would be around 25,500 and a little bit under than that, maybe 25 even. So just be aware that that would be a great area to take a long scalp if we do get continuation down. Warning is that we did open and close a daily candle under 21 EMA, so testing into the 55 EMA at 27,000 is possible and logical and should be considered a bullish bounce potential area for a long scalp continuation forward. I know you guys are seeing a head and shoulder and stuff, but um, I won't consider head and shoulder until that weekly token. And if that head and shoulder plays out, you are basically canceling the bull run, and you're going to be hunting lows like 20K and etc. So level by level, first let's wait for 26.5. After 26.5, I got to wait for 23.8, 24, and once we lose that, then I look at 22. So level by level, right now I'm not bearish. RSI is saying, yeah, we've got a little bit of trouble here on the 21 but let's close the daily candle under the 21 EMA and then see what's up. If we can't close cleanly under the daily candle under the 21 EMA, then we have the possibility of doing bloody floaty action into a dead cat bounce into the weekend and then continuation next week as Dixie gets a chance to rise up more. You will get that downside. So please be aware of that moving forward. Let's go quickly to 4 hour time frame, and then I will get us on Ethereum. Then this weekend and Friday, I will show you guys see. Right now, we're looking at perpetual. So on a 4 hour time frame, as you can see, we're finding support here on the 200 EMA, and that is a good thing. We don't want to close underneath that 28.1, $28,200 level with the 4 hour open and close. You can see I have an alert here at 27,300, which is $1,000 drop underneath that. If we start breaking this level, a deeper retrace is possible and coming to test into previous breakout area, which the low is around 23.8, and the top of that I would be considering like 25K. So you can see how significant this white EM is at 25, and then under that is where I would be looking for the liquidity grab if we're going to poke into that and then turn around 23.8, and best case 22.6. So levels now become a reality if this 200 EMA gets a 4 hour open and close underneath. If not, you will look for sideways accumulation and right back up because the bearishness only kicks in after we start closing 4 hour opening and closing a 4 hour underneath. You are in the bearish control zone, but keep in mind that if we get a quick pop back up above that 21 EMA, or if we start going sideways and you see the RSI get back into the normal control zone, might get a fast move into the 21 EMA to get all these late shorts and sellers on the bottom to get washed out as we retest the 21 EMA, then roll back over into it. So be aware of that kind of price action because there's a lot of volatility right now because people are trying to buy the dip, but someone is continually bullish to sell down and basically collect liquidity. And I am long underwater about 29,000 on Bitcoin and 1940 or 1950. I'm ready for some pain. So let's go back to on ETH now. Here is the on Ethereum, same thing as Bitcoin. We were overbought, trying to get a little bit of a pullback. This is not bearish. Your EMAs are crossing your 55 EMA. If anything, you can look for this to be a magnet for price action where it comes, test this as support, which is around 1800. I'm also looking for that level for a long scalp. And then from there, you can probably reverse right back and test into the breakdown at like about 2000 and decide if you want to actually claim the 100 EMA for continuation higher or not. This is on a weekly time frame. It's going to take time to play out. Keep in mind that next week we continually see some downside into support as Dixie gets its upside. So we will have to wait and see. And then next week, I think, is the last of the month. So we will get our monthly close. So I will show you that next. I'll show you the monthlies on the weekend. And the other point I was going to say is that next month, mid-May, is the next Fed. So that is also going to play a huge role into our play. On this price action wise, close outside of the Bollinger Band. Now we're closing inside on the weekly. So coming into the support of 21 EMA makes sense. When we get the new weekly candle, this 21 EMA is going to come, and all three EMAs are probably going to be tapping into 1750 to $1,800 area. So be aware of that. Let's go down to a daily time frame happening locally. Locally, this new EMA that populated actually worked out beautifully and gave us the resistance into our 21 EMA after overbought conditions on a time frame coming out of the Bollinger Band. This is a classic thing that we members are always looking out for is a break of the Bollinger Band, break back in, coming back in for the RSI oversold condition. First thing I like to see, that's the 20 EMA. Now I'm looking for that dead cat bounce. So I want to see us test the breakdown into 1995 to 2000. And then if we get a rejection and rollover, I would like to see us roll on over the 21 and test into that 18. If we just go straight down to the 1800 right now, I would be looking for something like this. I would be looking for a quick break and then a huge reversal back because it'd be too easy for us to just continue down right now. This kind of is like us setting on support and getting longs off the 21 EMA on a daily time frame is as good as it gets. Once you lose that, then I would test the 55 at 100, 1800. So that's what I'm looking for. If we get that break above 20,030 and we get a daily above it, well, then you got to get ready for 2350 because this level is not going to hold us back. It's going to get burned around through. You only get, one attempt, and we had three pokes in the air before that rejection. And now we're going to probably find three pokes of support before we roll on over. And the reason why I'm looking for support pokes is because Dixie looks like it wants to continue up next week. So we might get pokes into the five before we see a reversal after Dixie and crypto can stabilize. So be aware of that. Here is a 4-hour chart for much lower, much more local price action. As you can see, we're overbought. Now, if we find a tap of this 200 EMA and then we find support on it, I would say a reversal can quickly come. Got about 6 more minutes, 4-hour to close, and then after this 4-hour closes, if it closes inside the Bollinger Band, you can almost assume that 19, 20, 18 local support for and then decide to test into probably around 2000 first, and then if you claim it, you go higher. But if you get first tap here, will probably be a rejection, and then you'll double confirm support on the bottom before you break out higher and take that liquidity. So be aware of that moving forward, and that's basically all I have for you guys. If you guys have any questions or concerns in the comment section below, if you have any other assets you want to cover, leave in the comment section below, and I will be more than happy to get back to you. So if you are interested in trading with me live, feel free to join me on the Discord server. We will be going live today as starts maybe like a little bit before. And the link to the Discord server is in the link in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I channel grow. Thank you. And yeah, aside from that, I will see you in the Discord server. Please trade carefully. Today's Thursday, so start positioning for the weekend. And if dumps are coming or we close, I will be looking for counter price action to trend this weekend. And Warrior, Cut Corners, shout out to you. Moolah, shout out to you. All the guys like Cody, Sarah, I will see you guys this weekend. Drive shade. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.